What's up, gang? How everybody doing? I hope everybody doing good, cause I am. We got good audio, gang. Let me check. Hold on. Mic check 1, 2. Yeah, that should be good right up in there. All right. Hi, y'all. What's up, gang? Yeah, we back and we live, Jack. Oh man, you know the YouTube street cutting up with these cases, right? You know, it's big breaking news in the Shanquella case. You know what I'm talking about? Man, everything came to the light. Just like I said. Man, I got live videos I did on the Shanquella case, Jack, and I was on they ass. I knew it. And that's what I was trying to tell everybody. You see what I'm talking about? So now we got paperwork to bag it up, you know what I'm talking about? Man, you can see. Did y'all read the reports yet? Cause the report circulated. It basically gave you the blueprint of the whole setup. I can't believe at the aftermath of what they did after the fact. You know what I'm talking about, gang? But let's get to it, gang. All right. Man, when they gave us that detail and everything that was based off the reports, I'm glad I went live and discussed it. Cause this is one of my videos right here. And y'all remember in the report they said, according to a witness, Shanquella wasn't even in the mood. Shanquella wasn't even in the mood. And what I always tell y'all about these cases, what's more important is the timeline. It's the timeline, Jack. And they got it stamped on the Instagram when they went live on her phone. Or they could have been the fake account the whole time. You see what I'm saying? Come to find out, Denasia booked the goddamn condo, right? Then we already knew that Shanquella was invited like at the last minute. We knew that. Then she, you know what I'm saying, end up with the master suite. Then I found out where the suite was before anybody could point that shit out, bro. Then how the way we were going through the videos, I'm like, man, this got to be round about shit. If that's early in the morning, bro, you know, because remember, ooh wee. Mm-mm. But so look, how many of y'all? Well, look, check this out. I can go to this right quick. Cause here go the report right here. Cause I got it, you know what I'm talking about, lit up too, right? So as y'all can see right here, think about in the case when it first happened. They didn't tell us they had a who was on the search warrant. On the they had a warrant for, right? But we already knew it was the nature because of the video that circulated. All right. Boom. Coming to find out, she the one booked the room. book the goddamn suite, right? Check this out. Y'all remember when I was trying to tell y'all, I was like, man, y'all seen the sign in sheet? It looked like somebody, it looked like one person was signing everybody's names on the sheet. And the report just proved that she was the one that was signing the names on everybody in the end sheet and signed Nigel Wiggins' name on that job. That's why he was like, yeah, that ain't even my signature. You know what I'm saying? Talking about he didn't pull out his driver's license because he knew the agent signed his name on that motherfucking on that sign in sheet. Cause I told y'all, I said, man, look, y'all see how it's like somebody took a picture with it on the phone. You don't actually see the whole book. Somebody cropped it out, like, you know what I'm talking about. And then when I was trying to tell you, I was like, man, you know, Nazir Wiggin, when he was trying to show his flight report, I Googled this shit. And shit, that's just public information that on Google, they'll give you a sample of what they'll tell you when the flight take place. He ain't have his name on none of this shit. You see what I'm saying? Then we ain't got to do nothing, just go to my old live videos and watch how I be on point with this investigation, bro. You know what I'm talking about? So look, all right, in the ports, right? If you ask me, it's supposed to be more than one person on the murder. You know what I'm talking about? But you know, this Mexico, you know what I'm talking about? Laws work a little different. All right, where I need to read it, hold on. That's the one for Denasia, and this talking about, you know, I'm talking about the process and what the warrant for and all this. We need to get down to the statements. Hold on. Go down. Oh yeah, here go the reports right here, gang. Damn, I need to take that filter off of there. Remember when I was trying to tell y'all, I was like, look at the handwriting, y'all. I'm like, man, y'all see that? It's like somebody signed everybody's name on the sheet, bro. Cause if you look at all the letters, look at the first three. You see what I'm saying? They're the same handwriting. Then you got Nigel Wiggins, then he was complaining about, yeah, you know, that is not my signature, right? That's not my signature and all this old shit. And notice her name is right up under it. And then look at her name. They just gave it away because shit, look how she signed that fucking name, bro. See what I'm saying? I knew it was something to this shit. That's why I called the shots on. I'm like, man, this is something, you know what I'm saying? It's just like she just tried to disguise the Alicia Hyatt a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? Man, I told y'all I know what I be talking about on this shit. I just don't know how to interpret it like you know, like Fox News, CNN and shit with my theme. Da 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 breaking news, Jack. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know how to do all that, but I can just show you what's really going on. Cause look how it's cropped out, right? You supposed to, if you took a picture of this, you supposed to see the background. Like, is it laying on a counter or is it in a folder, in a file or anything? You just got one single page on her, bruh. And if the color one on her, I got a filter on my screen, so it looking. This why it looking like this. But you see that squirrel? That's when the person was taking the picture of the phone right here. I gotta take the filter out so you can see. But y'all see that somebody took a picture close up on the phone. That's why you got it cropped out like that. Cause somebody got their phone was zooming in on the piece of paper, bruh. Cause I was like, why this cropped out? But the way you look at it, you know what I'm saying? You see that phone, she had her phone and she was taking a picture of in front of the camera and trying to get it just enough just to fit the phone on the screen, bruh. All right. Boom. Once you go to this shit. All right. Now, y'all already know the scoop on this, right? I want y'all to read this. Hold on. Matter of fact, let's go to certain timelines, right? Y'all know how big I'm on the timeline. You know what I'm talking about? Cause I know everything when it comes to that Shanquella case about that timeline. First, we gotta know when they arrive. We already know when Shanquella arrived. You know what I'm talking about? When she was on the hampered sleep, then all of a sudden sitting at the table, you know, they about to pray and drink and eat their food and all this, and the next thing you know, they playing the drinking game. And boom, and nobody, and then we see her in and out the room and it looked like they were plotting on her. We put that shit together, right? Watch this shit. Matter of fact, I'ma just play my video right quick. Shall we, gang? Alright.
How we do it down to it. Fuck those who don't do it
Now, first of all, gang, y'all see that? Look at the timestamp on her. Just look at the timestamp. Y'all see they at the table, right? They sit down and they eating. All right.
how we do it down to it. Fuck those who don't do it how we do it because we used to it. Drink motherfucking drink.
Did y'all hear what that man just made a toast to? Hold on. Listen to what he made a toast to. Listen to what that man just said.
How we do it down to it. Fuck those who don't do it how we do it because we used to it. Drink motherfucking drink.
All players send hate mail. What kind of hate mail they talking about? Sound like some funny business going on, right? Y'all see what the cards say? First of all players got to send a hate mail. Mean text, DM, posts to the people that flocked tonight. What that mean? What do that mean, gang? Now I'm reading between the lines on this. And check this out.
One. Winter, come on now.
Now they getting ready, doing push-ups and all this shit. They getting drunk. Remember they drunk now. Remember they drinking and they got witness saying this shit. Now you know this accidental. She recorded, you know what I'm talking about, right?
David, you be working.
Deja, we know you weren't working on upper body when you was working out. Come on, let me see what you got, Winston. Winston, what is that? I'm gonna plank. What a card at, man. These people here.
Come on, Lise, grab a card.
Now watch this. Check this out, gang. Now we got that out the way.
How we do it? Down to it. Fuck those who don't do it.
954.
We used to it. Drink, motherfucker.
Drink.
They eating. You got the cards.
One.
Winter, come on.
They
now.
got drunk.
David, you be working.
Deja, we know you weren't working on upper body when you was working out. Come on, let me see what you got, Winston. Winston, what is that? I'm gonna plank. What a card at, man. These people here.
Come on, Lise, grab a card.
Now check this out. All right. Now we know Kylie cooked. We check this out. The paperwork just exposed all of this shit. Hold on, I'm gonna play it some more. Now y'all know this when they were plotting up on her before all of this even happened, right? Check this out. Boom. And remember when I was trying to tell you, I'm like, man, they ain't even really just got their bags unpacked. Y'all see that? Right here. They ain't just really got their bags unpacked. Cause once you look at Kylie, you know, the room that she went in first before she went in this room, it was a bag and you know what I'm talking about? It ain't look like nobody was prepared to stay. Nobody was prepared to stay in this motherfucker. Alright?
Y'all, it don't take that long to get naked. It don't take that long to get naked, hoes. Where y'all at?
See that? So now we know since she already naked, this going in the wee hours in the morning. We don't know how long they stayed up, you know what I'm talking about? But she naked already. Cause the report's finna give you a timeline on this scene right here. Remember we playing with the timeline. But we might but hold on y'all, I'm buzzing. Alright, we back. Alright, I seen I was buffing a little bit. Alright. I might got to repeat everything I was talking about. Alright. The paperwork finna expose all of these codes. We should know what time this is. If that girl already nigga, this means this late night. This gotta be late night after when they got drunk and all this old shit.
She told me I'm gonna keep it hot. You gonna keep it hot? What? What Gold said, they crew.
The one that's like mediocre is in my check-ins. I can't remember.
They switched the conversation up real quick. Boom. Go to the report.
Official seal. Government of the state of
Hold on, guys.
San Jose del Cabo. Size, large.
No, not this. Oh, I gotta go back up.
B401MF F0-001 Rev 0. Official seal. Government of the state of Baja.
Hold on, guys. Let me do it right. I think that's gonna be it right there, y'all.
Official seal. Government of the state.
Damn. I guess they won't let me do it, gang. But look, I'm gonna go on and read the shit. Where I'ma start at. He said he observed on the cell phone of the video circulating on social. Nah, this ain't what I want. Where her shit at? It got to be up in her. Oh yeah. Now y'all remember in the video or the fight video, we were discussing about the timeline of what time they could have happened, and I was like, well, that could be round about shit right after that video, about 7:30 to 8 o'clock. Cause remember when we got the timeline on the death certificate, remember they said she died at 3 o'clock. Then the reports talking about when the maid found her deceased. Keep that in mind what they said about the maid, found her slump and deceased. And remember what the Mexican reporter reported on that, who actually found her and what time they think she died, and they said she had to die around about 7 to around about 7 before 12 o'clock. Boom, because remember the maid supposed to came in and found her at 11. We're not at 11, going on after 12:30, and the maid touched her. Boom, and she was already hard to the touch. Y'all remember the storyline, right? So now we know the video of the fight video, that was early in the morning. That's why her mama said, because I was like, why she naked? Because her mama explained it like, boom. They woke her up out of sleep. She liked to, you know what I'm talking about? Sleep naked. You know what I'm talking about? So we figured that out, right? Boom. So now we know that fight happened early in the morning. Early in the morning. They woke up with that shit on their mind. So meaning that they probably never got no sleep. You see what I'm saying? I don't even think they went to sleep that night. So boom, all of them had intentions of what they were gonna do to her, cause they all had their phones out and recording video and sharing it to certain people in groups. So clearly this gotta be a setup because we know Kylie was a jealous ass friend. You know what I'm talking about? And he was more closer than the circle than anybody else. You see what I'm saying? Man, look. Cause look what the people said. He said he served as the translator of the day of the event and the authorities was in the villa conducting the proceeding in the video. He said he could see the headboard, right? At the headboard. Remember of the sun ray in the room. How the sunlight hit in the room. Cause we were like, man, they got to be first thing in the morning. And he said it had to be between the hours 7 to 8:30 in one and the third room. So after that video, when did she get slammed on her neck and broke her spine in her neck? Cause clearly there was the video when we seen, we ain't even got the full video, bro. We ain't even got the full video. So, like I said, it was multiple fights going on. And man, they had to jump that girl, bro. Wig and busted. Cause they look, they said this shit was going on between 7 to 8:30 in the morning. Cause look, she got to fight right by the bed. You know what I'm talking about? Where the door went, and you can see the hammock out there. That's how they know what time it was in the morning. Just like you know what time it is in the morning when y'all go up and get ready for work. You know what I'm talking about? You know what time it is when you wake up and see the sunlight hitting the wall. Like, damn, it's been about 7, 8 o'clock. You know what I'm talking about? So, boom. He said after 10 a.m., the sun began to reflect toward the floors of the bedroom. And there was some, look, check this out. That's how they know, because they know how the sunlight goes. Keep this in mind, they got these shit designed for that. So you can enjoy that's part of the luxury feeling. You like that sunlight coming in, and you know what I'm talking about? All right. When they go to Villa. Now, right here, remember the Linda 32? They tried to take it out Google Maps. Remember, I had a hard time trying to find the location, right? But I was so close to it. And then I pinpointed that jump because they had to put it back on there. And that's how I found the location, right? So that's how we discovered the house. Now we went, cause remember I told you, I said, man, it's more important to figure out the layout of the house. Cause we see where the hammock was and I was determined, you know what I'm talking about. Cause remember Wiggin was talking about he was by the pool area, talking about Shanquella get up. Remember his story. Now you got to remember Wiggins' story, cause he placed himself at a murder scene, right? And you know what he said. He noticed no knots on her head till the nurse pinpointed it out. You know what I'm talking about? Cause at this point we got another autopsy saying she supposed to been deceased, well over deceased. Cause how would this would be possible if if the maid found her slumped over? Cause y'all know what the reporter said, they was all somewhere and waiting on. They were actually with Daryl waiting on the maid to show up. And they, when the maid found her slumped over, the maid went to go look for them in the condo. Right, that's the story. Right, this came out the investigative reporters. You got to remember all this shit. that came about, right? And he the one leaked the pictures. Then he even leaked the pictures. So now you got to think about, okay, what time were those pictures were taken? And he said what time those pictures were taken. Supposed to be round about 5-ish. You know what I'm talking about? Going on 6 o'clock. And remember what time Kylie called the mama and telling her Shanquella was alcohol poison. Remember that? What time she got the phone call. Remember that shit? So look. So they said they knew the guests were going to arrive there at 3 p.m. October the 28th. Keep that in mind. Because think about it. This very important. We all need to know who got the. Y'all should know this by now. Because everybody talking about. Everybody talking about. So boom. They supposed to be arriving at 3. The main client, the Naja Jackson. Now her name is on all this. And we know this is got. I don't know. This is like a fake number here. I don't think this one is like. Y'all know y'all can download the number, come on your numbers and shit. So boom. Since her name is on everything, you know who set it up then. This to be your mastermind, right here, cause she the one executing the plan, right? So this is set up exposed. Clear as day, Jack. Now you ain't even hard to piece where Kylie finna come in there. Cause at this point, man, that was never her friend, bro. Even from the get-go. Alright? So boom, I'm finna get the condo. Then we gonna invite Shanquella at the last minute. Cause remember what her sister said. She had to go come over her house and ask to borrow her luggage. And she was like, girl, where you going? I'm going to Cabo. Like at the last minute. You see what I'm saying? So boom. And remember this. They contacted her mission to report that her flight was going to be delayed due to the weather, and she would be telling me that her new arrival would be confirmed that he'll be touching down at 7:19 hours. You know what I'm talking about? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 5 o'clock. That's 5 o'clock. Now, keep this in mind. This a dude just started a YouTube page, and he had called up there to the airport, and they gave him the flight information. What time they was on the flight? I might need to yeah, you know what? That's what I might need to do. I need to pull his video up so everybody can see this shit, right? Because now we finna see what's going on with the case. Is they trying to bust a move or something? You know what I'm talking about? Hi, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Von Nelly. Hold on, guys. Let me see. What my phone? Let me look it up right. I might need to pull that John up. And remember and remember this game, and you know what's the most important part about YouTube? Remember, the police were there on the scene with a deceased victim. And in their investigative reports, they knew that she was been dead. And they knew it wasn't no alcohol poison. Remember what all the news said, gang? Oh man, this case, it's like this case really finna, man, it's finna explode, Jack. Cause I'm seeing through all of that. You know what I'm talking about? I'm seeing through the fuckery now. Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to pull it up, gang. Man, usually be in my feed. That junk ain't even showing in my feed. Hold on, y'all. Oh, you know what I can do? I can do it like this. I should have it in a minute, gang. Hold on. Hold on. I know that kush kicking like a motherfucker. But I remember all the story, what they were saying, even the news, Fox News, CNN News. You know how they reported it, right? Nancy Grace and them. Remember all that stuff they were telling us. Hold on, it's gonna take me a minute to find it, gang. All right. So this will be at 5 p.m. on October the 28th, right? When she supposed to be touching down. So she will give it like she'll make it at the villa probably like, I don't know. Let's see what time she'll make it. She said she gonna have to stop and do some shopping. So the bitch went shopping, right? Boom, she was letting the time that she be riding. She text she leaving shopping center. She arrive and all this will be approximately. That's 8 o'clock. Now we got a starting point. 8 o'clock. Now remember this shit. Right here it say what time, gang? 9:54. They eating. They arrive at 8 o'clock. She arrived at the villa about 15 minutes before. Upon entering, I see a person, a slim, big African American, arrive about he was about 1.7 tall. You know, he about 25, 30 years old. I conducted myself and he asked me, you know, he comes out and all this old shit. So somebody else showed up, gang. Somebody showed up 15 minutes before they did. Who that sound like? Slim Bill, round about 25, 30. So that's two people. A couple had arrived at the villa a few hours before. However, saw the mail describing above. I prepared a registration sheet. All right. with the Cheeto clans and all this shit who mostly rap. Hold on. Oh, here we go right here, gang. I'm finna skip that, John. So, boom. When this person arrived, right, 15 minutes before the nation is supposed to be arriving, I told that I'm the concierge and I be supporting the vacation and everything you need and all this and also the village chef and the waiter and all this employee company, blah, blah, blah. When I saw the guests, I was surprised since I wasn't aware that there was guests already in the villa. It was people already there. I'm trying to find that other YouTube channel where the dude broke it down when Shanquella made it there, bro. Cause remember, I got this shit on my video. I'm gonna do it on my job. All right. Hi y'all. So they saying it with guests is already there. You got a male there, which Shanquella supposed to be there. We know what time she got on the earth, but we know what time she left for the house game. Right? So they already saying it was people already in the villa when he got there, then the shit was no I'm talking about. Hold on. He was surprised since he wasn't aware of there was other guests already in the villa. What the chef told him that two people, a couple, had a ride at the villa a few hours before. They saying a couple. So who they got to be? Kylie. Gotta be the best friend. I don't know, gang, who they supposed to be. I'm trying to figure it out. But let's see. Cause remember, Wiggin supposed to be, he said he supposed to ride, I'm talking about the next day after everything happened. I only saw the male guest described above. So he prepared, I'm talking about rich for the chips and the margarita and guacamole and all this. He said they put down their suitcases and they started taking pictures of the villa. They looked excited. In total, 5 people arrived. 3 women, 2 of them African, one to be African American, mixed Latino. Hold on. 3 women, 2 of them black, one Latino. The main one, Denasia, who had the sturdy build, dark skin voice. They said her voice even heavier than a motherfucker. And she looked like a nigga. And she was accompanied by 2 male guests, scribing slim build, one with dreadlocks. So who so who else? Other sides with Kylie. So what I just got out of that game, that mean there'll be Nigel Wiggins, right? And he be in there with Malik. The nation would have ride with Malik, you know what I'm saying? The nation would have ride with all them. So Nigel Wiggins was with them. And that's why they said the couple, because Shanquella and Kylie must have known somehow was together and they came together. Cold-blooded ain't the game. So boom, the nation and she the ring in charge of this shit. Right? So she in charge of everything. So now we know who everybody was, what they was doing. So when they got there, they were taking pictures and all these old shit, and they were deciding what room they were gonna stay in. And remind y'all, she ended up with the master suite. Cause somebody was spreading rumors around with like, yeah, Shanquella paid for everybody's trip. I don't know, they could be in, I don't know, I don't think that would be the case. So the dude that had a YouTube channel, he said, I don't know if they're true or not, but he was like, that was the reason why they got into it. Because they were deciding what room they were going to sleep in. And somehow, she ended up with the master suite. But the nation, it's about name on everything, right? So, there's something with that. That could have been the more trigger than anything, right? So, they said they returned to the dining room, signed the document, all this insurance and all this. The first following: Kylie Cook, Malik Dyer, Winover, Shanquella Robinson, Alicia, and Denasia. And what a coincidence! Nigel Wiggins signed his name on that job. And he lied to everybody claiming he didn't show up after the fact. So boom. The main guest stayed in the master suite. Y'all see that? Remember what we were talking about? They were deciding on the room. So the main guest in the master bedroom. But how did Shanquella end up in the master bedroom? So it had to be an argument or something going on. Cause check this out. Which is that ended at the living room. There are two rooms, and at the end of the kitchen, it is two. This is a TV and entertainment room. Then it acts as an open up area, which is connected three more rooms. We all see that in the video, right? I'm gonna go back to my live about the Shanquella cake when I was breaking down the layout of that John. It's finna all make sense now. Cause now you'll know how it's designed on the inside. So now you can pinpoint how the murder started and all this. Cause remember, they moved the body. And remember, somebody dressed her up. Cause Shanquella didn't put them clothes on what she was seen in the photos. Or if that's even her. I don't know. I didn't see no pictures. I can't confirm that. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't see her face. That could be a lie, but I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Or that could be actually be her. But remember that she got clothes on. It was staged. That ain't how the nurse found it, and you know what I'm talking about? Alright. So Wiggin, you busted. And that's why he posed those screenshots of it of the flight. All he did was just Google what time the airplane leaves from Texas and make it to Cabo. And it'll give you the flight records. Cause that's public information. He screenshotted that shit and made it look like that's on his file or something. You know what I'm talking about? So so look, and I was trying to tell everybody this shit. I'm like, look, y'all, this shit Photoshop. I even went live and showed everybody how they could do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So he busted, cause he'll give you flight records all that week, cause they run like buses. If you catch the city bus, you know what time the bus run for you to get to work. You know that same schedule gonna go out through the week. You know what I'm saying? All right. So look, now we got proof now. Zero Wig and Dirk, because he signed his name on the contract, right? You know what I'm talking about? So boom, which is located at the end of the living room where the guest was, right? I mean, boom, my bad. There are two I already read this shit. We already know that. Let's go to her. I went in the room of the main client, Denasia Jackson, to be mentioned heard that the dining dinner was ready since it's 20 hours. Since it's 20 hours, and that if you needed to be extended. All right, remember this shit. And they got the timestamp on her. Cause y'all know she was like, no, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, extend it. I'm just gonna have my dinner now. So boom, you got the timeline on her confirming this. Right? So she declined this shit. So she was like, she agreed to send everyone to the dinner table. Since everyone was sitting in her room. Since everyone was selling it in her room. Now look, she supposed to be in the master suite, right? Cause she the main client, right? So Denasia had the master suite, but at some point of the time, Shanquella Robinson ended up with the master suite. Minutes later, they all sat at the table and began drinking a lot. That's when I met Miss Shanquella. This person said that's when they met Shanquella, who was the last one to approach the table to celebrate. Notice her, know what I'm talking about? Strangely, attitude it seemed not to fit with the others. When I introduced myself, she didn't greet me, smile, or nothing. What that mean, gang? I'm reading that paperwork like a movie script, cause you can visualize it as the time going by. And remember, Shanquella was already done before they even arrived. Remember, she the couple. She supposed to be with, you know what I'm talking about? She supposed to be with Kylie. You know what I'm talking about? So boom. At this point, Shanquella ain't feeling the part. They saying she would look like she had a place. So you already know if they sensed that something was wrong. So they made sure everyone would see they having dinner and they start sharing and celebrate, you know what I'm talking about. So let's go back to the video.
We don't do it how we do it because we used to drink motherfucking
Drink.
And notice she's standing up. And notice she's standing up. She ain't even sitting down. Everybody else seated. Except for Kylie doing the toast and shit. Look at this shit, gang.
How we do it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it how we do it, because we used to it. Drink motherfucking.
Drink!
One.
All right. And remember, y'all remember Shanquella was laid on the bed? In the hammock. They was at 8 something, right? Shanquella was on the hammock sleep at 8 something before they had dinner. Remember that, gang? Because the Instagram got the timestamp on there. So you can't forget about that. That's why they end up meeting her when it was time to sign the contracts. So boom. So everybody once lived and all the chefs and all these old shit, number, blah, 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 stayed at the place. All right. The next day, they said, what time, gang? 1:50. What time this is? 1:50. Remember, they was already fighting and early in the morning between the hours of 7:30 to 8:30. So they calling hours later for medical attention. So they let you know how long the salt was. Cause clearly that salt had to last for a couple of hours, bro. Yeah, that's when Kylie woke her up because she was on the hammock sleep. And he wanted to woke her up. Before he woke her up, guess what he said? We got our first dead body. Body, body, body. That was at 8 something. So when you match it up with 8 something, she was already in the bad mood. Because right after that, that's right when they get to the table. And you got Whitney saying she was like, man, she ain't feeling the party. She felt looked like she was out of play, but everybody was just celebrating and all this drinking and all this old stuff. So they just let you know there was a setup, big giveaway. Because he spoke up on it. And he spoke it in existence. So there's really character murder on his end, knowing that he had full knowledge of what about to happen to her. And he came with her. So look. So now they call it the next day. Before we decide to talk about what's going on at 1 something, let's talk about what's going on at 7 all the way to 1 o'clock. Remember what the maid said. Remember what the Mexican reporter said when he had the breaking news, right? And remember what the paperwork said, what the news showed. All right, hold on, gang.
In the okay, so right. The friends to come in, and so Winter is the person that decides to call. They gave her the information to call a hospital, and the hospital is who sent this doctor over. So when the doctor gets there, and
people from Tennessee
Watch this,
pay
guys.
close attention. Residents of
Watch
Tennessee
this.
who earn less than
but family here.
Mm-hmm.
All hell would have broke loose. So you know they wasn't gonna come in here and tell us that they was fighting her.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They came, them girls came one night, and I believe that was Tuesday night. After that, we didn't see them anymore. Only person that kept coming was Kalia. And I think that was just more to get information to report back to them to tell him what he knew or what we knew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And I know that that's one of the parts that you can't even fathom of how this man can come to your family's face and tell y'all a lie like that. Now, I spoke with Miss Salamandra. I spoke with Miss Robinson, and she had told me that Khalil had been coming back over to the house. He was coming around every day. Did he ever call you? Did he ever reach out to you personally and tell you, what happened or any of that?
No, Khalil never called whatsoever. From what his mom was telling me, he'll come over to the house. I guess he was coming over to see what kind of information they knew. But once I found the information out, that's how they found the information, was through me. That she had a broken neck and a broken spinal cord trauma.
Right.
That's how they got the information, was through me. And then once they came, when I called and sent what happened, then he was over there. Then all of a sudden, from what they told me, he got all sick and wasn't feeling good. And say his aunt was with him or his mama was with him. He wanted to leave. And when he left, they ain't heard no more from him, So
went through your mind when you heard that?
Oh, we just couldn't believe it. We just got sick on the stomach.
Salamandra again says she confronted one of the friends who lived nearby.
They say Shanquella didn't die from no alcohol poisoning. They say she had been beating her neck. He broke out in a sweat, and he came out of his shirt. He was sweating so bad, it's like it was eating him up.
But soon, another punch in the gut. Graphic cell phone.
And then when I saw the video, for y'all to beat her, knowing she's not a fighter, for y'all to, I don't know if y'all woke up out of her sleep, to beat her naked like that. Well, why she was naked?
Now that go back to what we were talking about in the video, and the paperwork just confirmed that was in the morning. So what happened after that video? Because remember, it was rumored that it was another video showing that Donovan Winterful slammed her on her back, on her neck. Y'all remember that game? Remember, it's another video. So we don't know how, man, that fight could have been lasting 3 and 4 hours. If it's planned it. And remember what Wiggin was talking about. I was trying to put on Summer Walker, you know what I'm talking about? Remember that little story he was saying? All right. And the story placed him at the time that the attack will be going on. That's why his story was sounding like he was at the motherfucker. But lying talking about he showed up a day late. I knew there was something wrong with that. You was like, man, you showed up a day late for what? Why? Why are you the only one late getting there? So look.
Naked. Your man, to sit in that room and watch her, that girl hit on her like that while she was naked. I mean, it means in the wrong way. I mean, do y'all have sisters? Do y'all have a mother? What if someone show y'all the video like that? A man, someone beating on your mother or beating on your sister naked. How would you feel? And she's not even defending herself because she's not a fighter. You're already bigger than her. She ain't petite, don't weigh no more than about 120, 125 pounds. That's not her style. Her style is not a fighter.
Picked on that girl, bro.
Her style is not a fighter. She wasn't raised like that.
Yeah.
She wasn't raised like that. She was raised to have fun and treat people like she wanted to be treated. Laugh. Care for others. And y'all want to take her over there out of her comfort zone and do her that way when she thinking she going over there to have fun. And y'all seen that to me, it was a setup.
Yeah, and that's what it's as well. That's
Now everybody can agree it was a setup. We ain't gotta think twice about it no more. It was clearly a setup. Our conscience told us that in the beginning. The paperwork proved that we was all right. We just needed a leeway in the reports to find out what actually happened to her. And look how, man, everything coming to the light. Watch how the video finna get very interesting, gang.
he wasn't concerned at all. He just wanted to see what was going on.
Try to see what was going on, or see I got it. They got to know that somebody sent that video to somebody, half of it. So he probably was trying to see, have we seen it yet?
Possibly.
The video that you're talking, usted pudo, o sea, el video de que usted está hablando. So the
Y'all remember this shit? Check this out. Watch this.
video that you're talking about is the video of the beating? Yes, that's correct. And do you know who was the first person to publish that video?
Fueron familiares de Shanquella y amigos.
It was friends and family of Shanquella, where she was studying in university. How do I know that? Because I reviewed Shanquella's friends' profiles. The profiles of people who shared the video, and they were all students where she studied. So that's how I knew that they were friends of hers. Even in the comments, the friends were asking other friends, hey, have you seen this? Did you know about this? And they started to share the video. And the video starts going viral. And so we made the story. When we wrote and published the story, everything went viral.
And when they came over there, they told y'all alcohol poisoning.
They said alcohol poisoning, which we all were still skeptical about it. But us thinking that Khalil was a true friend to her.
Right.
And we're going off of what he said. It kind of took a...
Now you know why Khalil was the one came up with the alcohol story. That's why he was the one telling the family what happened to her. That's why he was the first one to call the mom and deliver that fucked up ass news.
Took everything away. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we was thinking we could trust him and he would be honest with us.
Right. Because at the time you had no reason not to trust him.
Yeah, we had no reason not to.
Yeah, this is someone that's been on family vacations. I mean, knowing your sister
for years, and we just all went to Vegas last year in October, around the time that they took their trip to Cabo. We was all in Vegas last year. He was with us and about 10 of my cousins. We all out there having a good time.
And he wasn't funny, acting strange or...
No, he wasn't. And to be honest with you, I liked Khalil.
I wanted to build muscle, but I wasn't seeing results. My fitness pal was a...
New details surrounding the mysterious death in Mexico of a North Carolina woman. Questions started swirling after a cell phone video of her being brutally beaten went viral. Morgan Francis with our Charlotte affiliate WJZY has a detailed timeline of what happened and when.
We got the timeline. Watch this game. Let's see what the time. Let's listen to the timeline they gave us.
Family says Shanquella Robinson arrived to their luxurious Ocean View home, Villa Linda 32, on October 28th. The guest list.
That's why the news didn't give you that timeline of when she actually arrived. So remember what the reports we got now, what they disclosed. Her and Kylie was already there. So they assuming they a couple. Right? they assuming they a couple.
This notes there were 7 people on the trip.
And that's the same picture they showed that Tanasia took and signed everybody's name on the sheet. She busted, just like I said. I said, y'all, this could be the suspect because, you know what I'm saying? This person wanted to put everybody's name on this job. So watch this.
Buddy, she too full.
Now y'all see the time stamp on her? That's at 8:45. Now what the reports we just seen? All right, hold on. The reports we just seen, gang. So they had dinner. So before he woke her up, we got our first dead body, and he was with her all morning when they arrived there. Cause remember, they said they already had guesses already in the village before today's and them showed up. So Shanquella and Kylie made it there first.
Let me play that again.
We got our first dead buddy. Buddy. She too full.
I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna play this one more time.
We got our first dead buddy. Buddy. She too full.
Now,
Robinson called her mom to tell her a chef was cooking them dinner that night.
I said, well, okay, I love you, have a good night.
And she talked to her the next day.
Drink, motherfucker.
Drink.
One.
Winter, come on now.
David, you be working.
Deja, we know you weren't working on upper body when you was working out. Come on, let me see what you got, Winter. Winter, what is that?
I'm gonna play.
What a card at, man. These people here.
Come on, Lise, grab a card.
Y'all, it don't take that long to get naked. It don't take that long to get naked, hoes. Where y'all at? She told me I'm gonna keep it hot. You gonna keep it hot? What?
I'm gonna keep it hot. She said I don't want to wear it because it's fuck.
What Go said, they crew.
The one that's like mediocre is in my chains. I can't wear them.
Do you love getting high, but smoking hurts your lungs? I've got you covered. You need to try these.
We know at some point Robinson was violently assaulted by another woman inside the villa. Picture comparison with the villa's online photo gallery confirms the fight happened in the master. Picture comparison with the villa's online photo gallery confirms the.
All right, y'all see that, right? Now look, when they fight, you see the sunrise in that John. That's indicating that's in the morning. Boom. So boom.
Fight happened in the master suite. multiple people watched the fight, encouraging Quella to fight back.
Quella, can you at least fight back?
She says no before she's thrown to the ground and punched and kicked in the head and back of the neck.
Start out with Shanquella passed away between 7 to 12 p.m.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Did you hear that?
Doctor went with
the ground and punched and kicked in the head and back of the neck.
Start out with Shanquella passed away between 7 to 12 p.m.
Okay.
And remember, that's what he said. And there's proof of that. And there's proof of this shit. According to him, he got inside sources and they releasing all the information to him and he gonna report. So now they said she died right at 7, right about 8 o'clock. Right?
Doctor wasn't called till 2:13. She didn't get there till 3:13. So he says the parties, which was 3. He says the other people were not aware of what happened. It was only the 3 that were in the room that saw what happened. So during that time, he says basically they had 5 hours to come up with whatever they were going to tell. And that's where they had come up with the story or manufactured the story of the intoxication, the alcohol poisoning or whatever that was. So it was 5 hours that they had to come up with that story.
And I said, well, what's wrong with it? And he said, alcohol poisoning. I didn't know what alcohol poisoning was, you know. But he said, the doctor is on the way. And I said, well, how you know alcohol poisoning if the doctor haven't arrived yet?
Investigative reporter Gerardo Zuniga with Metro Polymix shared the police report with Queen City News. It says on October 29th at 2:13 p.m., the group called for a doctor, telling that doctor Robinson drank too much alcohol and they wanted to give her an IV at 3.
Uh-oh. What this person said, the next day they get a call at 1, close around 2 some. That's mighty close. I let that slide, you know, it's right in that time frame. So boom, he received a text message from the main guest asking me if I was available for the medical service. He greeted her and asked her he would support her, and she was looking for a hospital. She had, yeah, I think my friend alcohol poisoning. So they came up with a story. So at this point, Shanquella supposed to be deceased. At this point, right? So I offered to send a doctor and determine, you know what I'm saying? So look, Wiggin just got caught up in the story. Because when Wiggin said, yeah, I was notified that a nurse supposed to be showing up, but they ended up sending a male nurse, some shit like that, a female nurse. A male nurse supposed to be showing up, but a female nurse showed up, right? Y'all remember that? So Wiggin lied just caught up with him. Cause nigga, this going on at Tucson. And you was already there. And boom. They said it was gonna cost about $100 and all this, and she said she agreed to it. Yes, soon as possible. Right? Boom. She called back, yes, please, around 2 p.m. on the 29th. I called Blaine. So she called him back ASAP. That's when he made the call round 2 song. Now keep this in mind. Y'all know the news finna tell y'all who made another medical call. Boy, this case really finna be fucked up. Cause look, Check this out. You got all this going on at 2 something, right?
15 p.m., the doctor arrived and noted Robinson had a poor verbal response in a drunken state with stable vital signs and was dehydrated. Dr. Carolina Beatriz Ornelias Gutierrez recommended they transfer Robinson to the hospital, but her friends insisted they treat her on.
And I said, well, why you can't take her to the hospital? Take her to the hospital. And he said, well, they say you have to have cash money. I said, well, she has insurance. And he said, well, she need about $5,000 to be seen in the emergency room.
Uh-oh. Now, what that $5,000 was for? Can't forget about that or the phone call where he asking the mama. Shit. And y'all know this round about 4 o'clock. This round about 4 o'clock in combo time, and this would be like 6 o'clock in her town in North Carolina, right? Remember the call and what time they would. Cause all this finna break the whole case. Cause it's already just a cover of the police took a payout. You know what I'm talking about, to cover the crime scene up, and they accepted the bribery on murder charges. All right. Hold up.
At 4:20, Robinson had a seizure, and that's when her friend, named in the report as Winter Donovan, called 911 to request an ambulance. During the
What? So they called the ambulance again? Now they called the ambulance. First they called the doctor. So the doctor was there that whole time. Now they want y'all to think this lady's still alive. So why Donovan Winterberg got to call the ambulance instead of the doctor or the fucking nurse? In about 4 minutes, Miss Jackson texted me asking and told me I answered the phone that the doctor is going to contact her and to check on her friend. And she replied, okay, and attached the document to the screenshot of the conversation with Miss Jackson, right? Where she asked me for medical help. And the conversation recorded a 3-letter size sheet of paper attached it. Man, that's a lot of typing, bro. So look, they text me and told me that the girl had to be hospitalized because after being evaluated, she had to be hospitalized, and that her friend were finding out that they had insurance. They were trying to find out if they had insurance. To which I asked that she is seriously in a serious condition, and the doctor said no, but she does need an IV. So why they keep talking about the IV and this girl supposed to be deceased? What about the nurse? The housekeeping lady come in, right? Cause look, they totally forgot about this.
that time, Robinson's condition deteriorated.
The whole nation, the whole world need to see that it was not no alcohol poison from what they said, and what's deep down in my heart, I know it wasn't. From the get-go. So
Dr. Gutierrez declared her deceased just before 6 p.m. The doctor was with Robinson for nearly 3 hours, a large discrepancy with her death certificate, which says she died 15 minutes after her injury. Another inconsistency.
So that means she died right after her injury, meaning that what time she actually got body slammed. Because the video that we got of the fight, that could have just been at the beginning. You see what I'm saying? That was the beginning of everything, bro. I can just imagine how long that video is. So boom. Now they falsified the report saying she died at 3. Now they have to retrack their time because you know the ambulance gonna have to show up and declare her deceased, and the Red Cross gonna show up around 6 o'clock and all lit. Check this out.
Her time of death, which is noted as 3 p.m. on her death certificate and 6 p.m. in the police report. Police who were called to the villa at 5 p.m. arrived at 5:25. They tell Queen City News friends also told officers Robinson had alcohol poisoning, something they say they knew was false when her autopsy came back.
I actually rung the hospital and to find out the doctor is still working there.
Dr. Carolina Cateres.
Let me check if the doctor is able because you're talking to the hospital and the doctors usually have different schedules. So maybe she is not in the hospital. Maybe she is in a hotel or in other office.
And later on, when I tried to get a hold of her again, it turned out that she's actually under investigation. She cannot talk to anyone. The doctors cannot talk to anyone. Nothing.
Doctora que entrevistaron, que sale en el reporte, habían mentido. Uno.
Okay, so we were collaborating with a couple. I mean, with the investigators who were.
So look what Wikipedia got on her. If you read what Wikipedia got on her, right, it exposed the police. Then it exposed who was the head person in charge and gave the A-OK of the cover-up. The person that's named in this paperwork is the person that need to be charged, and he the one is responsible for the delay in her case, bro. Look.
Her in charge of the case and had collaborated the facts that the doctor, not only the police, but the doctor had lied.
Primero, cuando llega la doctora, Shanquella Robinson ya había fallecido.
First, when the doctor had gotten there, Shanquella Robinson had already passed away.
Ella tenía de 7 de la mañana a 12 del día. En ese lapso ella había fallecido.
Now look, y'all see this shit? After Robinson was declared deceased, the investigating police officer notified the General Prosecutor Office, Attorney General in the state of Baja California, sir, around 6:35. Reaching the state attorney, whatever his name is, Julius Daniel, informed him of the death. Look, there go your main person who I've been screaming. I said, man, if y'all want justice in her case, you got to go after who? The general prosecutor. Right here. They informed him of the death of the farm city, so they was instructed to file the report before handing the case. What? Now you know who falsified all the paperwork, autopsies and everything. This the whole up. And then look, they tell you what time he got the call at 6:35. Then they trying to say she was dead for 2 hours and 45 minutes after when the doctor showed up. So now you can see the lie they try to come up with. Be like, we just gonna say she died just when they showed up. But they don't want to tell everybody that she died between. We got to know what time she got body slammed. We don't know how long the video is or what it showed. But to me, they had to been torturing that girl for hours, bruh. I mean, why not torture her for hours? You got her there. So boom.
So what he gathered was from 7 a.m. in the morning to 12 p.m. During that time, Shanquella had already passed away.
So let me ask.
Result of a direct attack, not an accident, as allegedly stated by her friends. Authorities in Mexico are also looking into a possible cover-up and omission of facts.
Y'all heard that they said it was even they was upon the investigation for cover up. They even the news told everybody, look, y'all know they upon investigation for a cover up. Look what I got on the screen. Shit. So they Mr. Daniel, goddamn it. I wanna know that's probably why the feds taking their time, cause I always told you, I said, man, if y'all gonna get justice, if you want to see justice, if you want to see her in the courtroom, you got to bring her charge partner in there too, and they're gonna be the prosecutor general office. It's gonna be him. He gonna be sitting on the same bench with her. So I was asking everybody, I'm like, damn, y'all think y'all gonna see that in court?
Did you know that in Texas, rifles can be carried in public without a license, whereas in Florida, no open carrying is allowed? So this is what he's talking about here. None of this can really easily be explained. All right? Let's get back to it. All right.
Sino que llega, entra y se queda parada. Y hasta que te golpearles cuando entra, ¿no? Entonces, sí, es algo.
Y en cuanto a los policías cuando llegaron. Now, regarding the police when they arrived, no se puede ver la cara de Shanquella. You can't really see Shanquella's face in the video because of the quality of the video, but you can see her face being beaten. Like, I can imagine her face, Shanquella's face being damaged by all the blows.
That's right, gang. And think about the picture that they showed. They ain't even show her face. So when you looked at how the way the Red Cross was looking at her and the lady was kneeling down, the nurse was kneeling down to her, that's probably why they was looking the way they were looking on the photo, because look how her face was looking. You see what I'm saying? Remember that, gang.
So the police, with their training and their experience, wouldn't they be able to see Shanquella's face and know that she had been beaten, know that this was a murder? How did they let someone leave looking at how beat up Shanquella was? Do you think there was some money there, some money exchanged, a bribe? What do you think? What would be the reason to let the friends go?
Hubo algo ahí que muy posiblemente
yes, possibly there was something there.
Se liberó para que se les dio para dejarlos ir, porque
there was something
no
that was given, some money
alguien que
to allow them to leave.
Una riña de ese tipo se vaya así como si nada.
It's not common for someone to be in a fight like that and to be allowed to leave. It's a very delicate matter.
A una fuente que yo tengo me comentaba que había dinero ahí.
I have a source that told me that yes, there was some money. And Shanquella's mother even said on her social network
que la habían asesinado. porque la habían robado también.
said that
Entonces, es algo
that there was
que
some
yo creo
money
que debe
missing.
investigar si recibieron dinero.
So we don't.
Now we got a motive. Robbery took place because money came up missing. Right? And remember, Ali was trying to get in and do the same thing Shanquella was doing on the clothing line. Too. And we already know he always talking about she need to be on her payroll, so we know it's a money issue. They got her keys and her clothes, but they really deliver all her stuff back to her folks, right? Think about all that.
We don't know if the people that were investigating received some money. It's very rare that no one had been arrested. That's very suspicious.
Como si nada. Incluso todavía hasta les entregaron las pertenencias para que se las llevaran.
Even not only were they allowed to leave, but they were allowed to take Shanquella's stuff. They took it back to her house.
Va y le entrega a su mamá.
The person that's recording goes to the mother and takes the mother Shanquella's belongings.
Entonces, su maleta. Entonces,
took her suitcase.
Del tema del recurso, yo a través de otra persona preguntamos a la familia y la familia dice que ellos no tienen ese dato de cuánto dinero
through
llevaba.
A source that spoke with the family, and the family said they didn't know exactly how much money was missing.
Se pagaron $5,000.
But they had paid $5,000.
2 días.
And ¿cómo? ¿Quién pagó $5,000 o cómo? Like, wait. Who paid $5,000 or what happened?
Parece que pagaron de una cuenta de Shanquella.
The group paid about $5,000 apparently from Shanquella's account.
Entonces un dinero que también.
And that money was
So now it wasn't no Shanquella account. It was the Nasia account. So somebody was trying to mislead us, right? I just want y'all to peep game on her. Y'all just really, really peep game, right? Because I know I ain't tripping with this, because look at the information that he put out.
Reimbursed.
Entonces, es parte de las investigaciones que
so that's part of the investigation.
¿Qué fue lo que pasó con,
what happened
con el tema
there
del dinero? Y sobre
with the
todo,
money?
Si los policías o la doctora recibieron algún dinero.
And if the police or the doctor received any money.
Cambiar la versión de lo que realmente pasó.
In order to change their story about what happened.
Que es médico, me decía, es que los golpes son muy visibles.
I talked to a doctor who said that those blows were very.
And he switched the story up. Check this out. They let you know the Nasia paid the police off. That's how you find out who had access. Because look, she the main guest. She paid for everything, so they got a refund. Did the police encourage them to do that? Because then they called in the mama asking for $5,000. It ain't hard to figure out it's a bribery. That's what they got caught up. That's why the general prosecutor agreed to it and gave the AOK to falsify the reports. Biggest mistake he made in his career, right? The feds know about this.
Very visible in the moment.
Ni siquiera ser doctor para darte cuenta.
Like you don't even need to be a doctor to realize when the person has such bruises on their skin.
They didn't really notice the knot on her head until the nurse pointed it out. I did see the bump on her lip. She did have a blood vessel bust in her eye, and that's it. But I didn't really go in there like, damn, y'all jumped her, y'all beat her ass. What's going on?
So, earlier, Mr. Zuniga, you stated to me that the service worker found Shanquella and made the call. So, I want to know, when the service worker found Shanquella, the friends were not at all in the villa. Did they come back, or was they there when the service member found her?
So what happened was that when the body was found in the bedroom, the other folks were not in the bedroom. They were out. So when she found them, she went looking for them to inform them that she had found the body. So when they came back, they made it appear to be, they faked it rather, as if they had just found out. She told them that her friend was ill. She mentioned that the friend was ill. And so when they came back, they faked it as if they didn't know what had happened.
At 12 o'clock, if the maid found Shanquella at 12, and the reporting that Mr. Zuniga has done and what the police report states, it said that the doctor arrived an hour late. From 12 to 2 is 2 hours.
The service worker found the body, and the friends were somewhere in the villa, but not in the. Okay, so the friends to come in, and so Winter is the person that decides to call. They gave her the information to call a hospital, and the hospital is who sent this doctor over. So when the doctor gets there, and then she informs the friends that that she was dead, that she couldn't do anything else to resuscitate her. So then Winter decides to call 911 to call the ambulance to take her to a hospital.
Okay, and let me just clear up.
That's why the doctor couldn't call it in, because now you got to call it in. It's a dead body. So they let they let them handle that situation. They let you know that's when the bribery started. From the doctor, and the police got involved, and they wanted money too. Boom! And guess what they did? Released and told everybody Denasia was a man. And said she was a trans. Intentionally put false information out there, because that's how they reported it in the beginning. So that's a part of the bribery on their part of the cover up, bro. Because you got to put it on the media. They reported in Mexico before they even gave it to. You know what I'm talking about?
The reason why I ask these questions, and I still don't understand.
I'm gonna start with the NCB. That faggot is so stupid and got y'all believing everything that's wrong. I was not there till the next day. I didn't see a fight. I didn't know it was a fight. I didn't know it was a video. I didn't know they did any harm, anything. I went in there and told there was alcohol poisoning, so that's what I helped her as. I didn't leave her side. I cut on soft music. Summer Walker rubbing her head till the nurse came in. Nobody even talked about the nurse. Nobody even said a nurse came. None of this stuff. So I'm really not understanding where this story is coming from and why it's out here like this, because it's wrong. It's wrong. And for y'all to be attacking me, an innocent soul, like, I'm really innocent as fuck. I went there to enjoy my birthday.
In the video, when I saw it, I told him, go ahead and send the video viral. I said, send it viral, man. The whole nation, the whole world need to see that it was not no alcohol poison from what they said. And which deep down in my heart, I knew it wasn't, from the get-go. So I told him, go ahead and send it. Even though she was there naked, they were hitting on her, you know. Couldn't be there to, to do nothing. And I know they took over there, man. It wasn't nothing premeditated, envious and jealous of her. You know. They don't know. They didn't change my whole life.
So boom, Wiggin lied. He showed up and on the same flight with the Nation there. Kylie Cook was already with Shanquella Robinson, right? So boom, they made it there first before they even forced Janasia get there. And she the main guest, so you know it was. So once she got there, something the vibe got off because when they got there, everything just went left. Shanquella wasn't feeling the vibe no more, but she was just trying to just chill out and have a good time and try to just go on and whatever bury the hatchet, I guess. But she went to sleep later on that night. They already plotted this shit, probably even months, probably a year. We don't know, but they had a clear motive, and now I know it's robbery, because you know they took and stole some money from her. It could be clothes, money, jewelry, electronics, you know what I'm talking about? And they could have little access to things that nobody don't know nothing about, right? So boom. So they had a clear motive. So they knew how to kill her. That's why they got nursing background. Cause both of them nurses. You know what I'm saying? Alicia, you know what I'm saying? A nurse, and Denasia is a nurse. So they knew exactly to do. They they staged the crime scene. Cause look, if the maid found her around about 12 something, she was already hard to the touch. So that means she was already dead for about 2 hours, maybe 3, maybe 4. See what I'm saying? And it still go back to the time of death between the hours of 7:30 to 12. So they had multiple times to come up with a story before they decided to call the doctor at 1 something, going on 2 o'clock. And this thing, you know, when the nurse showed up, this when the bribery started. Cause she showed up at 3, they had an hour to negotiate, and that's when Kylie made a call to the mama, talking about they need $5,000. Makes sense?
If you're
Now, Danae's supposed to be sending this at 4 o'clock. The text message. She needed hospitalized and all this. And that's when Donovan Winter supposed to be calling the ambulance, right? So look how they got this paperwork now. So they came up with a story like, look, we just gonna say we trying to revive her. She need IVs and dehydrated, and she just all of a sudden just passed away, right? That's the cover up part. That's what they gonna have everybody to believe in it. I found a couple police officer talking to Blank in the parking lot area. I mean, in the parking area of the house. One of the guests who was an African descendant, regular Bill, short hair, was coming and going out the room and calling on the cell phone to relate or a friend to the United States using the translator. So there'll be Malik on the phone talking to the mama asking for $5,000. Jackson making contact with male guests and several other occasions entering and leaving the house. During the time, I was waiting for Blank to tell me what to do since they had the conjurer team leader and I entered the house where I literally observed the guests relax, calm, sitting in the living room, you know what I'm talking about, near the bar area. And make a long story short, they end up laughing, joking about it. So what y'all think? Ain't no more thinking now. Here's what we know. A cover up, they planted the murder, planted in combo, and they knew some kind of information that they knew the police were trying to take a bribe in this murder, bro. Simple as that. And then after that, they left and went to go get something to eat. Remember when that Jerry Williams was talking about, yeah, you know, Shanquella laid on the floor, everybody was talking about how hungry they was, so they started cooking. And right after that, look, right after when the ambulance and the Red Cross came to pick up the body, they called for a ride and went after them gang. They went after them after that. So you know the police done took a bribe, the doctor took a bribe, they paid the money, the police told them, look, you go out to eat and do your thing, and you gotta leave Mexico. And once they left the restaurant, they end up leaving Mexico. Called a plane, Jack. Y'all know how I like to talk about description of the poor miracle. Was it with lividity? Yes. Look, did rigor mortis set in? Yes. And they located where? In the spam,